everyone, how's everybody doing? It's time for another exciting video from RK Loves Gadgets, and what we have on the RK Loves Gadgets map today is a Radio Shack Tandy 12 computerized arcade. Now this is pretty cool, and I really like it. It's very old. Apparently this was made in 1981, so yes, this thing is 40 years old. Yes, 4 decades old, this thing. But it is pretty good. It's in pretty good cosmetic condition. Unfortunately, it's got 12 buttons on here, colourful buttons. The yellow one is loose and it actually doesn't work. It does light up, but it doesn't do anything when you press it. Yeah, so this is the so let's try to get it right here. So down here it says Tandy 12, I think Radio Shack Tandy, whatever it is, I'm not sure. But if I turn it around, here it says Computerized Arcade. I've never really, see, this is kind of interesting, I've never really had many Radio Shack products in my life. I've experienced a couple of them, but because I know Radio Shack is an American brand, I'm sure many of you know, those of you who are watching this video in the US probably have Radio Shack, so you probably know that Radio Shack made all sorts of things. They made like toys in the 80s, like this game thing. They made all sorts of things like radios and all sorts of stuff, and I believe they also made talking clocks, which is kind of an interesting model for them to take. So Radio Shack did make talking clocks. I don't know if they still do, but they did actually used to make talking clocks and talking watches. So that's kind of interesting. I'll just show you the back. Not really a lot about it. This is actually made in the Philippines, as you can see there, made in Philippines. There's a speaker back here, and this sticker on here tells you about the batteries. It takes 4 C cells, if I can get that off. There we go, 4 C cells. I put some brand new ones in there yesterday, and it works really well, apart from that yellow baseball button. I got this on eBay from the eBay seller Cboy78. Yes, the same seller as I bought that Philips AQ 4150 radio cassette player that I did my last video on. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It was quite cheap as well. I can't quite remember how much I paid for it. This was actually one of those deals where he sold, where I got actually 2 things. So the eBay seller actually sold two items on one listing. So I got this, and it also came with a VTech Mini Wizard from 1987. Now, I've actually got 2 of these. I've got the talking one from 1989 that I did a review on, but I haven't done a video about the 1987 one. So I've actually got 2 of these now. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, they both have some signs of damage. Like I said, on the Radio Shack, the yellow button is broken, and on the VTech, the battery cover has got a broken clip, which is why it's got a little bit of tape on it. But it does work. They both work really well. This one particularly works. There's nothing particularly wrong with this one, apart from the battery cover is a little bit broken. But it does work, and yeah, there's no batteries in it at the moment, but it 100% does work. So that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to do a video about the 1987 Mini Wizard. You'll see that it's got a very similar faceplate to the talking Mini Wizard from 1989. I did do a video about the 1989 Mini Wizard, so if you haven't seen it, feel free to go back and have a look at it and fill in the gaps if you want to see that video. But hopefully at some point I might make a video about the 1987 one. Not this particular unit, but my other unit. So yeah, why have I got 2 of those? Yeah, I would have thought I would have avoided it because I've already got a 1987 Mini Wizard, but I got really interested in this Radio Shack, so I had no other choice but to get the whole set. So yeah, turning to this Radio Shack one, it's in pretty good cosmetic condition, as I said. Just that button's broken. I'll show you that a little bit later in a moment. They all light up, and surprisingly for its time, I believe the lights are LEDs, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought stuff in the early 80s, particularly maybe electronic stuff in the late 70s or early 80s, will probably have light bulbs in them instead of LEDs, because obviously light bulbs were obviously used a lot, and you didn't see a lot of LED lights back then. Unless maybe, I don't know, maybe it will probably cost a lot to replace bulbs in it if they happen to fail, or maybe, you know, having light bulbs in it will probably use up a lot of battery life. I might be wrong about that, but it is possible. So each one of these 12 buttons does a different game. So it's all different things. I'll show you some of them. This actually kind of reminds me of another game that I've not actually experienced, but I've seen a couple of videos of it on YouTube. There was a game in 1980. I don't remember the name of the brand, but it was called Fabulous Fred, also known as the Ultimate Electronic Game. That had nine games and 9 coloured buttons. So I suppose you could call this Computerized like a successor to that. Kind of like a spin-off, maybe like a sequel to Fabulous Fred. I don't know, because this has 12 buttons and 12 games, and Fabulous Fred had 9 buttons and 9 games. Maybe feel free to let me know more about that, because I would like to know more about Fabulous Fred, and I would love to know where I can get it, because I've looked on eBay in the past and I've not had any success with getting one, as much as I would like to get a Fabulous Fred. But I suppose this is obviously they pretty much do the same things, probably just a few extra features. So yeah, I don't know. This Radio Shack Computerized is like a sequel, or like a close relative, if you see what I mean. So you've got all these buttons here, all the coloured buttons, and I don't remember all the colours, but I'm not sure about all the colours, but I know the yellow baseball button, because that's the one the eBay seller pointed out that was loose. And you've got all the little controls on the top and the bottom. At the top you've got repeat, and then you've got the on-off switch, and then you've got space, and down the bottom you've got start, select, and play. Now, what do those buttons do? Well, I'm going to turn it on and show you. So I'm going to turn it on. Okay, so all these different games are represented by these different coloured lights. As you can see, this one is up here is flashing. So when you change, so you change the games using the select button, and I guess the lights kind of move around to mark the different game. And you see that when it played that the notes as I turned it on, the lights go around, and it's very loud as well. It's quite loud. It has quite a bulky sound to it. It has quite a good bass to it. It's quite a big speaker, so that's pretty cool. I think that's one of the things I really like about 1980s electronics, because they're really good quality, have good sound. And first of all, I'm going to show you the first game. Well, it's not really a game, but I'm going to start it. Now, this one you can play a tune. Yeah, some of the buttons don't work very well. I think the contacts are going to need cleaning, but you see what I mean. Each one plays a different note, so you can play play your own tune or something. And you'll see what I mean about this yellow button. It doesn't work, but I think you did see that it did light up, so it does work. I suppose it may be possible to super glue that bit of plastic, that bit of broken plastic back on, and it would work again. I don't know about super glue though, because it might not be a long-lasting fix. It might have to be, you know, something that's, you know, going to last long. Maybe let me know in the comments about that and how that can be fixed. Anyway, I'll go to the next game, and you'll see that I think it's done it. the light moves down to here. The second one down on the left. So there we go. And you can press, and you can this is the record function, so you can actually record a tune. So I can play a tune here. See if I do bit of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, for example, because I want to show you this space button. So I'm going to okay, so you do that, and then you press space. Okay, and now once you've done it, you can press the play button down here. Okay, so yeah, I'm holding it up like this so you can see the see the lighting up better. I hope I've got the right angle. And the repeat button just plays it over and over again. We're going to stop it. We'll go to the next one. So the light's down to here. And I press start. And this one is like sequences. So apparently the Fabulous Fred did this as well. Gives you a sequence, kind of like a Simon Says game. Oh. That's what you get if you get it wrong. So the Fabulous Fred, apparently I've seen a video on the Fabulous Fred game, and that does pretty much, and that has pretty much that game on it. Only I found that when you get it wrong, it does make a pretty cool noise. I really want to get one of those and see the difference. So yeah, it's kind of like it plays kind of like Simon Says. I'll try that one more time. I won't go on like that for there. Next one. Buttons are not very good, yeah. Now I'm not sure what this one is. Okay. Next one. The reason I'm pressing them really hard is just to get them to make contact. I'm going to have to see if I can find a way to clean those contacts. Maybe I could get something like IPA or something like that to clean it out or something. How does this work? Yeah, I'm not sure how to play that one, so I'm going to skip that. And okay, don't know that one again, so we'll miss that one. Yeah, these buttons are not... Okay, so this game here... Now this game allows you to create your own sequences, a bit like the VTech Talking Mini Wizard from 1989. I had that similar feature. Oh, got to press start again. Yeah, you get the idea. Now, I won't show you all the games, but that's all. I think I've shown you all the ones that I can understand and play. Yeah, don't really understand all the games, so you need to get some help with that. Anyway, it is pretty cool. It works despite this yellow button being a bit broken. It does work really well. I suppose it is. I would call it usable, even though it is broken. But I suppose it can be fixed. Maybe put down in the comments on how you think I can fix this, because I can tell it's probably a bit of plastic that has to press down on the contact underneath the button that's probably broken. It's obviously being pushed in too hard. So I suppose it's possible to fix. It can be fixed, but I'm not sure how, because I don't know if super glue will be a long-lasting fix. And also, let me know how these buttons, the contacts, can be cleaned, because these buttons are not very sensitive. They probably need to be cleaned out. I don't know if I should probably use something like rubbing alcohol or contact cleaner, because I know some people might use something like IPA cleaner or deoxit or whatever, whichever seems to work. So put down in the comments which you think would work better as a good fix. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Pretty good game. I like it. And I was quite lucky to get a Radio Shack product, because looking on eBay, I don't seem to find many Radio Shack products sold in the UK. A lot of them would be sold in the US, because as you would expect, a Radio Shack is a US brand. I don't know if any Radio Shack products were sold in the UK, so if anybody knows more about that, feel free to let me know. If you think, if you know what, if there had been Radio Shack products sold in the UK at the time that it was around. Probably not now, but yeah. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. Not a lot to show. I mean, I can't show every single one of the games, but or should I say activities? You could probably call them activities on this thing, because it's. I mean, some of them are considerably games, but two of them are like I'd say modes or activities where you can just play a tune or record it or something, a bit like, kind of like the similar way to a keyboard or something. So yes, so I think that is pretty much all I want to say about it. If there's anything you do want to know more, please add it to the comments, and I will try and answer it as best I can. Aside from that, that should be it. So hope everybody enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on push notifications for my latest videos. And as always, see you all very soon, and keep safe.